Once again, folks, it's my pleasure to introduce to you tonight the new keepers of the dance for the year 2012. Actually, 2011, I'm sorry. Anyway, this is the 14th year that we have added keepers to the keepers of the dance. It's been going on for 14 years now. It's been my pleasure to do it for chairman of the board for a majority of those years, and I appreciate the honor from Chick and the Hall of Fame board allowed me to do this because it's kept me involved and it's really been a lot of fun. I want to thank a couple of people first. I'm going to try to be brief tonight, but I want to thank a couple of people first. I want to thank Vickie Carter for her continued support of the Keepers of the Dance. Vickie. And Mr. Noah Fleet Jones for his continued sage advice from time to time. And the committee, the Keepers Committee, I'd like to recognize them if I might. Each year we get together and pick the new keepers, and it's getting like the Hall of Fame, folks. It's getting to be a fight every year. It's getting harder and harder because these kids they deserve recognition, and we want to give it to them. At any rate, Mr. Bill Barber. Bill, you're here? Bill's back in the back. I think Bill's been the secretary longer than I've been the chairman, and he's invaluable. He keeps up with all these young people and knows what's going on and keeps all the emails and keeps all the things together for the board and lets us know what's going on. Bill, thank you so much for your service. We appreciate it. And Sam McIntosh is on the board. Sam? And our North Myrtle Beach, Texas contingent, Miss Susan Neal. And Barry Thigpen, chairman of the National Dance Championships, National Shag Dance Championships. I've seen Barry's here tonight, but I haven't seen him. But Barry keeps up with everybody and makes valuable contribution every year when we have our meeting. We started a year or two ago of putting a keeper on the board, and our board member keeper now is Matt Free, Mr. Matt Free. I don't believe Matt's here tonight, but thank him. And my lovely bride, Miss Mary Lynn Meyer. Before we get to the new keepers, I want to say a couple things. We have started a few years ago a Keepers Weekend here at North Myrtle Beach and had a dance contest and tried to honor the Keepers of the Dance over at Harold's. And Harold has been wonderful to us, allowing us to use his club. He supported the keepers, and we've had a wonderful Keepers Weekend the past 2 years. We've had a big dance contest, and all of the local businesses, or most of them, and most of you people in here, an awful lot of you, have supported that and become sponsors. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for that. Give yourselves a hand for that. We've done very well. As a matter of fact, we've been able to, each year, we paid big money to these young dancers, and we have been able to make a contribution to the Hall of Fame Foundation for a sizable amount each year. So, and one other thing, and I did miss this, that's also due in large amount to Thurston and Linda Reeder at Thirsties 2 in Greensboro, who have helped us with preliminary contests, always given a contribution and supported the keepers, and also Gary and Deborah Gibson at Loafers in Raleigh, who have done the same thing. Give them a hand. They've been very instrumental. And we will have the 2012 contest in February, as usual, at Harold's, and me and the board will be running around begging money from all of you wonderful contributors, because I keep all your names and all your cards, so I'll see you guys in February, if not before. But thank you so much. Now let's get to the important part. First, do we have any keepers, past keepers in the audience? If we do, I want you guys to come up here. Anybody here that's a keeper of the dance? I think we sent one of them back to the bar to be a bouncer tonight. Chris? Jimmy can handle it, come on. Hey, if you guys will just get on either side of the podium here on the steps, I'd appreciate it. Everybody knows you. You guys know all these kids. Nikki, we can do home week next week. Come on, get over here. They don't pay attention. They still don't pay attention. Anyway, you guys know who these people are. Some of the best dancers and best supporters of the dance we'll ever have. Give them a hand.
Give them a clap. A hand.
And now for the big announcements of the evening, and everybody knows who they are, but they're going to get to come out here and tell you guys how they feel about it and dance for you. First, this young lady was born in Hamlet, North Carolina. Well, she was raised in Hamlet, North Carolina. She started taking shag lessons at the age of 5 from one of our keepers, Sam, two of our keepers, Sarah, Sam and Sarah West. And her love of shag and beach music was inspired by her mom and her dad. Her mom inspired the love of the dance and the music, and her dad, Kebo Davis, was a DJ and radio station owner, and used to be connected with a little club in Hamlet called Fat Boys, and we all remember that. We used to have a big time there. She first danced in the National Shag Dance Championships in 1982, and she was 8 years old. At that time, she was the youngest competitor ever to dance in the Nationals. She loved all types of dance. When she went to college, she continued to dance. She was a member of the dance team at UNC Wilmington. And in 2010, with partner Alan Stokes, she became a non-pro champion in the National Shag Dance Championships. She was a member of the National Shag Dance Championship team that year. Went to New York with Vanna White, promoted the shag in Myrtle Beach. She's a beautiful young lady. She still loves to dance. She still promotes it. Miss Cameron Davis. Cameron.
Thank you so much. If you ask me when I started dancing, I would tell you I was about 5 years old in kindergarten. But if you ask Sam West after he's had about a drink or 7 and he starts to get a little nostalgic, he would tell you I was about 5 months old at Fat Boys in Rockingham. The story goes, my parents were dancing and my dad was holding me in one arm while my mom was leading him with the other when I had my first dance. So, you know, taking a baby to a beer joint might be considered by some bad parenting, but we all know better than that, right? I actually came through the junior division at a time when there weren't really too many dancers my age. There were plenty that were younger and lots that were older, but not too many that were my age. So when I was in need of a good partner, I just walked myself across the street from my grandma's house to Sam and Sarah's house, and I stood in the backyard talking to Sam. I said, Sam, do you think Grayson would be my partner? Or is he just gonna dance with Jessica forever? And I think we all know how that one turned out, and I'm sure it was for the best, but that's okay. But that just shows you how badly I wanted to dance. You know, sure, Grayson was like 19, and I was, 11, but it didn't matter. I wanted to dance that bad. Since then, I have been very, very lucky with some really great partners, I will say that. I do need to thank some special people who have enabled me to have some opportunities that I would not have had otherwise, like Dick and Barbara Walters, who drove me from Hamlet to Atlanta and from Hamlet to the beach so many times so that I could be a part of things and dance. I need to say a special thank you to Miss Sherry Calder for washing my lucky black pants 2 nights in a row so I could wear them to nationals the whole weekend. Thank you so much to Sam and Sarah for letting me basically be your shadow and follow you around all the time, and to team practice and watch you there, and for letting me wear your team jacket so that I could feel important too. Thank you so much to all my Shag family in Charlotte for taking good care of me and treating me like one of your own, even though I didn't grow up there. As soon as I moved there, you were like family, and I really appreciate all you do for me. Lastly, the biggest thank you goes to my parents. My dad introduced me to this music, and there are some people in this room that are my friends because they were his friends, and I'm really grateful for those friendships. I could not have had any of the opportunities I've had to dance this dance without my mother. She carried me to lessons, to contests, to the mall so I could have a new cute top, to Judy so I could have new shoes, store after store so that every accessory would be just right, Mom? Like today, as a matter of fact. And clearly to Ocean Drive over and over and over so that I could dance the night away. Thank you, Mom. I have admired all of these keepers for so many years, and I just don't know what I've done to deserve to be one of them, but this is something that I will be proud of for the rest of my life. You have got to love a dance that you can enjoy when you're 5 and when you're 85, and I'm so beyond excited to be a keeper, and I thank you with all of my heart.
The dance is alive and well, isn't it, Sam? Okay, you gonna dance for us, Cameron?
Yes, sir.
And I bet I know who your partner's gonna be.
I know you do.
Okay. Cameron Davis and Mr. Sam West, folks. Cameron Davis, folks. Pretty damn good.